most significant castle villages, a place called Elmina. Life here hasn't changed much since 1481, when Christopher Columbus strolled these streets, eager to learn about the region's wind patterns and ocean currents. The visit by President Kufuor is unannounced, but news travels fast in an African town. Here it seems what I've read is true. John Kufuor is a very popular man.
If you don't get out among the people, you lose touch.
This is a region of the Fante tribe. President Kufuor is Ashanti, and yet
I can walk to many a place unafraid.
Even the president.
Even the president. Unafraid. I'm come here.
Ask them how the fishing is.
Would you want to go on a fishing trip with some of the canoe fishermen?
Will I come back alive?
I'm sure. They are expert. They are sea people.
All right, I'm willing to go.
But our first stop is a fortress built by the Portuguese who arrived in the 15th century, hungry for Ghana's gold. They built this fortress to protect their treasure. Elmina means the mine. But the fortress soon became the center for an export even more profitable than gold: slaves. Fortunes were made, but at a human cost that was incalculable.
This is the main courtyard. We have 3 courtyards. This is the main courtyard. It's one of the largest.
This cell is to teach slaves a lesson.
When you've walked through the maze of dungeons and tunnels, obviously they came with the purpose to more or less cheat us out of humanity here.
A dark passage leads to another dismal cell, where people were herded toward a portal, wide enough for just one starved person at a time to pass. It's called the point of no return. Forced onto ships bound for the Americas, this was the last glimpse of home for the ancestors of many African Americans.
Light was freedom.
Let me ask you, as you stand and you look out, as you've gone through all the years being a guide here, has it weighed on you?
Very much, sir. I am here and I still want young people, particularly our young people, to know this.
I sum it up in man's inhumanity to man. And I think when we all understand this, we have a better world to live in.
Some travelers come to Ghana just to see this haunted place.
For many African Americans, this is a pilgrimage.
But that's how it should be perceived by our cousin across the oceans. And if you are coming back to this past, then you should come with a pilgrim's motivation.
This close to the equator, evening falls quickly. That's when the drumming begins. An impulse from the eons of human existence before the advent of electricity. And on the castle walls, songs of celebration replace the sorrow. Tonight, President Kufuor has invited me to dinner with traditional dancers and real Ghanaian food.
Well, tell me about this dance troupe. It's quite extraordinary.
Well, they play with this, the understanding, the feeling that music should be rendered.
And the rhythms are unique to different regions.
Yes, the ramming is almost exclusively from the Volta region of Ghana.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This is the palm wine.
Well, tell me a little about this.
It's the sap of a palm tree.
And you ferment it?
After drawing the sap, if you let it stay for a while, there's yeast in there, and then it ferments and it can go very strong.
I'll take that
So,
one.
but let me toast you.
And to you, sir.
Yes. This is fresh. You see?
Very good. Now, traditionally, do women do the cooking?
Yes. In our societies, traditionally, it's almost a taboo for man to hover around the kitchen.
Could you cook that if you wanted to?
I may succeed in cooking something, but I don't know if...
Up next on Ghana, the presidential tour. The beat goes on. And the president shows us he's still got some moves. Early in the morning, coastal Ghana hums with life. Graceful women walk the beach to market. And men prepare to put out to sea. The boat basins bustle with activity. That's where I discover President Kufuor has made good on his offer of a sea excursion.
The president said you wanted to go on a boat adventure.
And I do.
Welcome aboard.
So this is it, huh? All right, here we go.
There we go.
But I'm beginning to have second thoughts about heading out to sea in a leaky, handmade boat. Not far offshore, we find what we're looking for.
So this is the net.
They just drop the nets out and leave them there and come back and get them?
That's it. So one person can pull it.
All right, I'll give you a hand. All right, here we go.
So we are pulling the net.
I hope there's some fish in here because this is a lot of work for one fish. One fish. Well, there's breakfast. This is a big net.
After pulling in what feels like 40 fathoms of net and finding a grand total of only 4 fish, I let the pros take over and join their music. The last hard physical task is pulling the boats above the high tide mark. Once the work is over, the coast becomes a place for play.